do our next film. We'll do Angry Birds. We're going to hear from some of the cast after this clip.
If there is a mighty eagle, well, how come we don't ever hear his battle cry?
I don't know.
Maybe we have.
What would a mighty eagle battle cry sound like? You know what? I think I got an idea. Maybe something like,
No, I bet it's more like caw-caw, caw-caw. That's theoretically what it's more like scientifically.
Now I'm thinking maybe it's a little bit more subtle, like a little bit just more majestic, like...
Making mighty eagle noises. Oh, it's like running a nursery. Absolute childcare.
Someone has anger issues.
As angry as Red, I think when people forget their manners, that's a big thing. I can't remember if it ended up in the movie, but like a little one would be holding the door, for people, and then people not saying thank you. Or at least not even like eye contact. It's like, that seems odd. It's like, it's not my occupation, door opener holder. But anytime, we especially in New York, we're around a lot of people, and when one lives an existence of forgetting that they're around other people, it's always a little bit of my eyebrows probably twitch in a similar way as Red's.
I'll be honest, when I first heard that they were doing an Angry Birds movie, to say I was skeptical is an understatement. And I sort of felt like after doing Frozen, I wasn't necessarily looking to do another animated movie. And the producer, John, he presented this 20-minute pitch reel that was full of these incredibly detailed storyboards and also pre-visualizations. And within a minute of hearing that pitch, I was absolutely sold, because I realized that the movie didn't require necessarily any relationship with the game. A la Lego Movie almost. It stood on its own 2 feet, and it was wildly entertaining, subversively funny.
That's Jason Sudeikis and Josh Gad talking about Angry Birds movie. Now, Joe, I know you were really looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
But what? You didn't get a chance to see it?
Nah.
No.
I've never even played Angry Birds. So.
Have you not?
No.
I thought everybody had.
No.
Anyway, the film.
Yeah.
The movie.
Obviously, we just talked about video game films briefly before the break. And obviously this one was one that we were sort of like, really? This is happening? When we saw it was being made, and now it's finally out 2 years too late, and we finally have ourselves an Angry Birds movie.
In fairness, they have made a new version of the game that's supposedly quite good.
Have they?
So they're trying to put it back out there.
I mean, they're making an Angry Birds theme park, aren't they?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that was that in Switzerland or something, I don't know, but or Sweden or something.
I don't know.
It's in some Scandinavia. I think it's the hometown of where the makers.
I don't know.
Yeah, Angry Birds movie, basically, it's a film based around the Angry Birds and the pigs.
Well, as Josh Gad said, it isn't. Because essentially it's not really, is it? It's not that much.
And basically we've got an island of birds, well, almost flightless birds, and we've got a main character called Red, played by Jason Sudeikis, and he is basically the one angry bird in this entire community, and he has main anger problems. He does something bad, and he gets sent to an anger management class where he meets a really speedy bird called Chuck, played by Josh Gad, and the really volatile Bomb, played by Danny McBride. Brian McDanny. Yes, football yeah, Danny McBride. And basically they've always been outsiders, and they're sort of disregarded from the community, so they become fast friends. Obviously Red doesn't realise them as friends, but they become fast acquaintances, and basically these pigs turn up, and it is up to them to get the eggs back when the pigs steal the eggs, and save their community and their children, and save the world from evil.
Yeah.
And really, I mean, I wasn't expecting much when I went in. In fact, I was expecting a horrible, vile, disgusting, remorseless cash cow cash-in that had absolutely nothing going for it whatsoever.
And it is nice when you get surprised, isn't it?
And it's really nice when you get exactly that.
Yeah. Because
I really found absolutely nothing to like in this film. It's irredeemable in pretty much every way, and I think the only positive I can find for it is at least it's bright, and that's about it. Because if it wasn't bright, I would have just probably fall asleep, because it's
savage.
It's just there's nothing going for it.
No, right, fine, go on.
Yeah, no, please.
I was gonna say, I didn't like this film, but I've got like reasons as to why I'm not gonna like hate on it like you are.
I know, but like
I think you're being cruel.
like the three actors, I mean, the three lead actors, they're fine. I mean, but Maya Rudolph as Matilda is fine. Peter Dinklage, okay, I guess, is Mighty Eagle, who they have to find to save their community. He's the one bird who can fly, but he's disappeared off the face of the map. Bill Hader is the villain pig leader. He's fine, but there's nothing in this film that is decent at all. The animation looks relatively substandard for the majority, or at least of relative standard, especially given the breakthroughs we've seen in recent years. The jokes, most importantly, just aren't funny whatsoever. I mean, I have a firm stance on that. If you want a successful kids film, you have to make that accessible to the entire family. There is nothing here that will entertain the parents. Nothing. There are shoehorned adult references. You know, they've got that that joke that's been used a million times now, where they open the door and there's the Shining twins saying red rum. You know, it's really funny.
It's
that
really lazy.
But I mean, there are attempts at some adult humour, but most of the time they just fall back on relentless toilet humour, jokes that just don't land at all, and I don't even think kids would find funny, to be honest, and irritating characters that just have nothing to them at all. And you compare this to the advances we've made. I mean, I don't know if I'm being too harsh on this or not, but the fact that we have seen such incredible children films in recent years.
Exactly, the fact that you're putting them in brackets like that, kids movie. This is a kids movie. This isn't for adults. That's what that right. Okay.
Even Minions was on a few critics, including Mark Kermode's best 10 of the year film. That was undoubtedly just a kids film because it was smart and it was funny. And especially in this film, the pigs are clearly just an attempt at Minion rip-offs. They are clearly just that. There's absolutely nothing original in this. They steal the Quicksilver sequence from Days of Future Past. They steal pretty much every original joke from. Oh look, here's a reference, or oh look, here's something stupid. Here's toilet. Oh look, he farted. But I know kids' films are meant to be simplistic in that way, but not when they're just offensively bad and it's such a cash-in for this way. There is no reason why they should exist. The story is completely just engineered around absolute nothingness, and it feels like nothing more than just an endless, hokey, debilitating cash-in of that degree. It's horrible. It's horrible.
I didn't like the film either. I didn't find it funny. I didn't laugh once. But I think you're being really harsh. I think it's a kids film. Like I disagree that you say like kids films have to have some for adults. Like this is definitely just for kids, and I think that's fine. I think the kids will like it. The animation is like
I wouldn't
right.
say
Shut up. You've had your say.
Okay.
The animation I think gives it a kind of texture that's quite unique. I think the characters look quite like cuddly, and they look kind of similar to what like they do in the game. A cash grab possibly, but I think like this isn't really related to the game that much. There's one sequence where they get a catapult out and they kind of start flinging birds across, and that's kind of all. That's the only link. I think the film stands on its own, and I think while it's not funny, I think it is bright and colourful. I think kids will like it, and it's not for us. It's not for us.
I know, like, not all kids' films should have something for adults, but when they try to make adult,
I don't think
like
this does.
No, it does.
I
There
don't think
are
I really
deliberate
don't think it
references at some adult, jokes.
There's a few
like
things.
the Shining reference.
Yeah, there's a couple of
but
things.
It's just. It's so just lazy and pointless, and that's why I don't like it so much, because the film itself, I did laugh once, and there are a few nice moments, decent moments, and it does have an attempt at a story, but when the inherent concept is based around something so degradable and so foul, no pun intended, that it really is just horrible. Because why does this exist? Why? I mean,
it exists because
I know
it has
it's brands
to.
and marketing, but no, I think
spent
it's
more than
everything
enough
wrong
on this.
with what is currently going on in the cinematic world.
Savage.
I think
Anyway,
it's horrible.
I mean, neither of us recommend it, but like, I recommend it slightly more than Ryan, who
If you're looking for
clearly is
lowest common
fallen.
denominator thing to take your kids to, do it. But if you don't want to, if you want to watch them something stupid and funny and lowbrow, get them to watch Minions, because that's brilliant. Or if you want something that everyone can enjoy, get Inside Out, because I can't recommend that any more times than I already have.
These are worlds apart. Like this,
Minions isn't.
Fine, but okay, I'll give you that one, but I disagree most of that. Even though I don't like the film, I never thought I'd actually stand up for Angry Birds, but I'm not.
This is what you've become.
No, this is what you've become. You're just like it's so like savage, like just picking at a kids' film. Like it's done nothing wrong.
I'm in that mood.
The few times that I did laugh was because people like Hannibal Buress are in it, and people like Kate McKinnon, and like it's just like that's like it's the same as Bad Neighbours. It's like, oh look, they're from that thing I like. Yeah,
We've given too much time to this. It doesn't
way
deserve
too
this
much.
time.
No.